I'm so happy right now. I've been playing the Battlefront games since I got my PS2 back in '05. Ever since, I've been practically obsessed with this series. I played the OG Battlefront 1 and 2 all the way until Battlefront 2015 came out, and I played that every week until Battlefront 2 came out. I love these games.
No, it's because I'm so in love with you.
So love has blinded you?
From the more classic Battlefield-style older games focusing on resources and multiple class types, to the new ones that leaned into a more fast-paced, squad-focused gameplay loop. And much like how history repeats itself, how Battlefront 1 had better maps, 2 brought some back, fleshed out the mechanics, and 3 was cancelled, the EA games basically did the exact same thing. Make no mistake, I really enjoyed Battlefront 2015's maps and modes. Almost more so than 2017's. But the core gameplay in Battlefront 2 is just so much better that you just can't go back to it. And, I mean, literally, you can't go back to it. The game's dead. And that's because Battlefront 2 is the far better and more replayable game. I mean, it ain't just the fact that it's the only recent multiplayer Star Wars game of the last 7 years, though that is a part of it, but because it's so dang fun.
This is where the fun begins.
But hey, I need to give a shout out to Andor Season 2 for bringing Star Wars back from the dead. I mean, I haven't seen it myself, and I haven't given Disney a cent of my money or second of my time since I walked out of The Rise of Skywalker, but apparently it was so good that it revived the entire brand and made everyone come back to play Battlefront 2. I haven't seen this many group posts on this game in over half a decade, and for Steam to hit the all-time player peak, it feels good to be home.
We're home.
It's almost like the games get popular when the franchise puts out good content. Is Battlefront 2 the best Star Wars game? No. Is it perfect? I mean, the game doesn't even have private matches. If you want to verse your friends or others in a group post, you have to change servers to the one that many won't be on depending on your time zone and queue at the exact same time, hoping you'll end up in the same lobby. I mean, no game is perfect. But man, oh man, if this game doesn't have one of the most accessible, addicting, replayable, and maddening gameplay loops ever. I've been playing this game at least once a week, and often more than that, since it released in 2017. I've been there through all the hurdles, bugs, community struggles, mechanical changes, and all the content drops. It certainly was one of the wildest journeys ever. But it's ended up with a game that is equally as fun as it is toxic. I cannot understate how basic the gameplay is, but how seriously everyone takes it. It's one of those games with so much tech to learn, but so easy to pick up and play. It separates the new players from the good players, from the great players, from the gods. Me, I consider myself a great player when it comes to the trooper modes, because if there's one thing I do well, it's play the objective, which always sees me at the top of the leaderboards. And because for the longest time I play alone, as the game wasn't popping as much as it is now, I'd be pulling my hair out, yelling into the void for my teammates to pull their own weight, as it feels like I'm the only one doing anything. There's plenty of game modes to choose from, but if we're being honest, there's really only 4 worth anything. Supremacy, Galactic Assault, Heroes vs. Villains, and Hero Showdown. The most toxic of them all. Now, Supremacy was the last added mode to the game and serves as an emulation of the classic Battlefront mode, where you capture all the command posts, then fight in an enemy ship. The closest we'll ever get to Battlefront 3's ground-to-space combat. This is the most popular mode for sure, but it's not my personal favorite. Mostly because everyone just wants to play the Clone Wars era and never the other two. And because these factions have to be lore accurate, you'll end up with a hero selection that you also can get tired of. You know, it sucks that the sequels suck so hard because the maps and special units of that era are really cool. And unlike the era of Rebellion, they have a ship phase. and using flame troopers inside? Galactic Assault is my personal favorite mode in the entire series. And yes, that includes the classics as well. Because basically, every single planet is its own mode. They took the Walker Assault mode from 2015 and made it so every map has its own unique objectives and gameplay. No two maps play the same and keeps the mode from ever stagnating like Supremacy can, with one team being the attacking role and the other the defense. But the best part is, they said, screw lore accuracy and let you play any hero from all the eras. You don't know the absolute joy of demolishing every era of the galaxy with my main lizard man Bosk, or clearing objectives with the balls. And here we come to the toxicity. Everything revolving around the heroes, playing as them, acquiring them, and dealing with them is where this game becomes the most competitive thing. The absolute degenerate individuals you fight in this game is almost unbelievable. The feeling of working hard as a trooper, playing the objective like a good soldier, and earning that hero just for some low-life, scruffy-looking nerf herder to run you over with a stupid spear that they can spam for absolutely nothing just to take away what you rightfully worked for is infuriating. Or the cancerous clowns that play like absolute cockroaches and either run with a full squad defending them or put on all the BS star cards to keep them from dying or run and hide so they never die. It's always those who pick on you when you're dealing with regular troopers, the same ones who can only kill you in an HVV match when it's a 3v1. Yeah, I'd stomp you into the ground in a 1v1, pal. I could do it with Captain Phasma's stick, you absolute piece of shit! Heroes vs. Villains is a mode that at one point was a defend one single player from getting killed mode, which just encouraged the worst type of playstyles, while the mode we have now is an all-out brawl. This is one instance where I prefer the One Life HVV version from 2015. That served like a search and destroy mode with rounds and made your teammates who died and became troopers really have to work hard to defend your fellow heroes and work together. Which my teammates here never seemed to do, leaving me out to dry all the time to get ganked by 3 of the 4 enemies while they do the same thing to the odd man out from their squad. I swear. You cannot play this mode without being in a party with clear communication and strategy, because otherwise, you'll get absolutely steamrolled. Speaking of which, this mode is one of the most aggravating, irritating, toxic, insufferable, rage-inducing, entertaining, competitive, satisfying, and fun modes you will ever play. If you win, that is. Then it's just the aggravating and frustrating part. Dueling in Battlefront 2 is where the game separates the boys from the men. Here is where all that tech you can learn is put to the test against others who, hopefully, will honor the 1v1. As there's always those absolute losers who just basically admit they can't compete and start 2v1ing or going blasters only like skillless troglodytes.
So uncivilized.
If you don't honor the 1v1 in Showdown, you're just as unfaithful as the Last Jedi was to Luke's character. The dueling skills, the knowledge of what star cards to use, or not use, goes so deep. And that's one of the best aspects of this game. Just how many ways there are to play the maps and modes, and with, again, how simple it is to hop on and play it, all the things you can equip and do to help you get the win is so satisfying. And winning, oh, does it ever feel satisfying. It doesn't matter if you're on the back foot the whole game and barely pull out a win by the skin of your teeth. Be that in the trooper or hero modes, a win is a win. And there's no greater feeling on this beautiful blue planet of ours than when you fight against the most cancerous, arrogant, irritating son of a bitch and win just to receive hate mail. Getting angry messages in this game is like a badge of honor. It feels like the real reward. It's like a cycle of getting more angry and focused on the game the more it pisses you off.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus.
Battlefront 2, being so easy to play, yet so hard to master, is the strangest dichotomy. But it's amazing. Amazing to play, amazing to struggle, and amazing to win. And when you get that win, after what feels like an hour of sweating, you feel like you're on top of the world.